Welcome to our stakeholder and accountability meeting for the Gates to Heaven app, created by the Fuzzy Love Dragons group. Firstly, I'd like to discuss some things that went well with our project. Right off the bat, the best thing that could have happened to us is that happened. It did happen. The best thing that could have happened, and that is we picked a team where most of the members were involved, competent and knowledgeable. So we knew from day one that this one choice would affect the entirety and quality of our app throughout the entire development process. After all, Agile is about the flexibility and quality of the small team of developers in small iterations and how they contribute to the end product. What would Agile be without the quality individuals working together to create the end project? Furthermore, I would absolutely love to develop again with this team and could see how this team could flex into a variety of different projects. We got lucky, essentially. Team selection process was absolutely crucial in the success of our app, and that changed a lot of how we approached our app and what we did, and I'll get into that in a moment. Now, that said, our development here was not without its own problems. Um, First week went great, and we were able to use ChatGPT and the knowledgeable one of our team members to create incredible, wonderful images here, which you can see on our wireframes, the original wireframes that we came up with. That team member was very, very skilled, and are very grateful that he had him. But we ran into some serious issues when we set up our Jira board a little bit later. Let's see if I can bring that up. As we went through our sprints. I'll have to include a screenshot of our Jira board. What happened was, as we were going through our tasks, we chose, when we originally created our Jira board, to create a team-managed project instead of a designated administrated project. The end result was that we were unable to add columns to our Kanban board. And as a result, we lost a majority of our early work, as once the solution was found, we discovered we had to remake the entire board almost at the last minute here. In Sprint 4. To be able to create the Kanban board, we needed administrative access. So once a solution was found, we discovered we had to remake the entire board to accommodate the admin level access and then give everyone in the group individually admin privileges. Luckily, the impact was largely mitigated as a majority of our tasks were able to be migrated over to the new board, but a few things were lost in the process. In this case, I think individual assignment difficulty was lost when the new board were created. And so the work to migrate the tasks also created a lot of unnecessary business work busy work in that particular week. It was painful. And at the time, I believe I was a developer, so I did a lot of that busy work to try and make everything mitigate our risk and problems and migrate everything over. Now, that said, I personally learned a little bit about the Agile process and grew to love and connect to many of the different Agile styles that were able to be all incorporated. As I mentioned at the beginning of this little video, one of my favorite aspects of Agile was the emphasis on the state of individuals who make up a team. Right in the beginning, and one of the very first parts of the Agile Manifesto, individuals and interactions over processes and tools. I took that to heart right away. And that affected my entire rest of my class. And I loved that particular action because one of my strengths is championing the individual, communication, and looking into individual people. And I rather much enjoy that part. So as I took that to heart through our development process and checked in with individuals often with kindness, I created kind of a standard of how our app would be developed. Even when one member never really contributed, we all made an effort as we took different aspects, including Scrum Master, to reach out to that individual multiple times during the week in each sprint. We wrote summaries of our Scrum meetings and put that in the app so that they could be accessed and read in a different time zone for him. We also checked in on his well being and sought after him. Once our team got along well and functioned together by caring about each other's individual needs, it became easier to deal with the different tasks we were required to complete. We trusted each other better to complete tasks without micromanaging each other. And in return, we received better quality of work on individual tasks and individual positions, more independence to get those tasks done, and overall we'll be able to produce a better product, which is, of course, our Gates of Heaven app. I hope you enjoy it. I think it looks gorgeous over the process of our wireframes of being able to create and new iterations. I think it'll help individuals further. The idea, our main goal here, is to create a app that allows scheduling between missionaries in different functional groups of a ward and coordinate with them on a deeper level. And then after those missionaries and people leave the mission field or their different callings, can still use the app to organize their lives and communicate to different aspects of their needs more fully integrated than, say, other Google Calendar, which doesn't connect to very many things. Thank you very much for listening. I wish all of you luck, and I'm going to close this out.